And welcome back to the Manly View. Today we're featuring Armand's kitchen, and today I will be cooking my signature baby back ribs, my style, with my ingredients. I want you guys to try this at home and tell me what you think. You're gonna love them. First thing you gotta do, we gotta separate this membrane on the back. If you don't get this done, you can kiss that tenderness goodbye. So what I like to do, start with a slit down the middle, right on the back membrane, and start picking at it. Start picking. Pick, pick, pick. This is the most annoying part about ribs. Get it all the way across. And then, I always just use my hands. Man's way to do it. Something that's helpful, paper towels. Boom. Paper towels. Start grabbing it, pulling it back, and it should come back in one fell swoop. Get your fingers right under there. Now that we've removed the membrane, we're going to go on to the dry rub / marinate. Now, this is an important part, and I have a special recipe for this. So, we're going to get our measuring cups, or measuring spoons, spoonages, if you will. First things first, I start with a little tangy Carolina Gold barbecue sauce. And you're just going to go, not too much, we're not trying to make this a wet sauce. We're just getting this around it. Wet. Next, for that little bit of heat, Grey Poupon. Must get yourself one good spoon and 2 good spoons. Boom. Next, obviously fresh cracked pepper. Now, this is red meat, so you're gonna want it on the most coarse setting. We're just gonna go ahead and get that in there. Now remember, this is a lot of ribs, so you gotta make sure you're covering the whole thing. And next, we're gonna add an 1/8 of a teaspoon of Cajun seasoning. Just an 1/8, not a lot on this, guys, not a lot. This stuff's powerful stuff. I'm gonna add a little more because I forgot there was a little mustard in there, so not gonna deal with that. Next, close that up. All right, you're gonna add 2 teaspoons, 1 teaspoon of onion powder. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, rinse. Next, my specialty ingredients, Himalayan pink salt. Not found a lot, but I love this stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and go, it's hard to measure like this. Once you get good enough at this, you start to eyeball it. I would say a good amount of salt for a big slab of meat at this weight. This is about a 2-pound slab. So I would go, if I was to estimate, about 1 whole tablespoon of salt. Boom. There we go. Next, another ingredient that a lot of people forget, was so good, ground coriander. Beautiful for meat dishes. So I'm just going to go ahead and add 1/4, a hefty 1/4 teaspoon of ground coriander. Close that up. Red chili flakes. Everyone's got these little shakers. Honestly, the best way I can explain this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shakes. Best way I can explain that one. Then we're going to move on. Cayenne pepper. Great little kick of heat. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to add about 1/4. Boom. That's all, or 1/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne. Last, and do not worry, adults and parents, the alcohol gets cooked out, but Jack Daniels, the smokiness that it leaves is to be desired. And all I do here, 2 dashes for that little extra heat, little smokiness. Then, about 1 teaspoon of our extra virgin olive oil, just to kind of combine it together, make it stick. And now, we're gonna mix it. We're gonna get our little brush and we're just gonna slather it on top. Look at that. Oh, God, that looks good. Get that? Now remember, this is just a beginning rub. This is not all the sauce we're gonna be using. Ooh, look at that. That's beautiful. We even got more. We're gonna add more to it. Remember to make sure you get the sides. A lot of people forget this, and it's awful. It tastes bland on those sides. You want to make sure you get that. Spread around nice and evenly. We got more sauce coming. More sauce, guys. There we go. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Mouth just salivates when you see this. Oh, there we go. Let's get a 4th rub on there. Spin the baby around. Woo! Now, we're not done. We gotta flip it around. Oh. And remember, you gotta get those sides. A lot of people forget about that. Get these sides, guys. Get these sides. Don't do me wrong here. There we go. So good. There we go. Get those sides, get those sides. We get our final touches here. Final touches. Slather it all across the bottom. This is just for extra flavor penetration right here. There we go. Make sure to spread it good. And guys, that's how you marinate your ribs. Next, we're gonna actually preset the oven. So we're gonna, you're gonna bake down to 250, low and slow. And just as a little, my personal secret, I do mine at 240, lower. So we're gonna start that, let that do it. Next, we're gonna get aluminum foil to wrap it. So follow me. First, you're gonna get aluminum foil. Maybe not that much aluminum foil, but you get the idea. And we're back, and now we're ready to wrap it. Now, this is a lot easier when done with other people, but if you don't have other people, that doesn't make you any worse at this. So, here's how I've always done this. You lift up one side, you slide the aluminum foil in, boom. You want to make sure that you still have a little room at the edge. You're going to need that. You're going to want that. So, do that. You go to your other side. Do the same thing. Overlap it a little bit, guys. Overlap always a little bit. Lay it down. Slide it in. Now you're good. Next, we're going to wrap over. Nice and tight. Wrap over. Nice and tight. Now, a lot of people will forget this. I want the camera to come down here. Look at this. Never fold this down. Fold this up. And I'll tell you why that's important later to come. You gotta stay around though to figure that one out. Boom. Up. All right. We need more. Perfect. So late. All right, so Next things next, guys, we're gonna get ourselves some pans. Now, what you're gonna wanna do, you're gonna fill them with about half an inch, a quarter of an inch of water at the very bottom. This is to help prevent burning anything. And this is also good because it slows down that cooking time. And remember, like I said at the beginning, low and slow is the way to go. That rhymes. I am proud of myself. Get 2 pans, quarter inch of water. All right, get this here. So this is my longer pan, so I'm gonna go ahead and lay the longest one that was wrapped second in that one. We're just gonna, then the other one, shouldn't be that difficult. We lay it in there. Oh god, these baby backs are bigger than I anticipated. All right, looks like that's the best we're gonna get. Lay them down, make sure they're touching the water. This one's touching the water. 240 degrees, oven open, put them in. Now these bad boys are gonna cook for 4 hours, or 5 hours, I'm sorry. However, we're gonna come back at the 3-hour mark, and that is mostly because the water will be evaporated, and we're gonna wanna refill that for the last 2 hours of cooking. There we go, so all the ribs in, 240 degrees. We'll see you in 3 hours. And welcome back. We have waited our 4.5 hours. We're about to take it out of the oven right now. So, ooh, it's hot, it's steamy, and does it smell good. Let's put it up here, the magic surprise. So, if we can get a top view of this, I think the fans will enjoy. So, we're gonna open it up. Right here, this is like treasure, but it's hot. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Alright, so boom. Now, all those flavors that I season it with in the meat right now. We're not done yet. We still got to put the barbecue on it, and we're going to broil it really quickly for 5 minutes, and we're going to put 3 layers on. But look at that slab of meat. We're gonna go ahead to the sink and we're gonna drain it. All those juices. Now, if you are making mashed potatoes, I would recommend keeping this because this would make great gravy. Just add some flour, stir it into a pot. Great homemade gravy right there. All right, we're gonna bring this back. Oh, I'm gonna need some assistance on this next part.
What's the ribs?
Aha! You are here. So, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be lifting these ribs out of here. You're going to take out the tin foil, all right?
Okay.
These are very tender. They're very hot. Here, we're going to get the spatula. You guys, careful. You don't want to tear into these. That's one. Okay. 2. 3. There we go, and that's 4. All right, next we're gonna set our oven to broil on low. And then we're going to, excuse me, Matt, if I can get over here, we're gonna get some barbecue sauce. Now I like to use Kansas City style just because I think it adds a good depth of flavor. So here's the trick. This is how I finish off my ribs. I literally take my barbecue sauce, I slather the first layer on. Feel free to feel generous with the first layer because it does get absorbed. I'm gonna get 2. And we're gonna keep going on to the next one. We're gonna slather it on. Now, one tool that I would say you guys need to get for your kitchen is one of these spreading, I don't even know what they're called to be honest. They're good. So, all I'm gonna do is slather that sauce all over it. Now, just like the marinade, you're gonna have to get it on the side, you're gonna have to get it everywhere. And I think the crowd can see that this isn't even nearly enough barbecue sauce. It's spreading thin, that's not enough. So we're just gonna spread that, spread that. We're gonna come over here, spread this one. Spread it. This one actually may have a good amount on it. You wanna make sure every part is covered because remember, the oven is on broil. You can't have it uncovered without sauce. It'll just burn. You don't want that. You want this sauce to be caramelized and just slathered and plastered on it. So this one's actually pretty good. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get more barbecue sauce. I believe I have another one in there. So I'm just adding the barbecue sauce. Now, letting them rest while this is happening, is also good. It's absorbing all those barbecue smoky notes. Oh, this is going to be a treat. It's going to be a treat. Getting back to this one. Slather more. All right, so now we're done with layer number 1. Don't put that down. We're gonna put these back into the oven. Mitts on. Safety first, people. I've burned my hands one too many times making ribs. I don't want y'all to do the same. Oven open. It's on royal low. Okay. We're gonna go ahead. Put these in. 5 minutes on the first round. There's 3 rounds in this. First round, 5 minutes low. We're gonna let it sit. All right, we're gonna take them out of round 2. Oh, you can smell it. You can smell it. So, for round 3, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually gonna set the broiler to high. It's only gonna be in there for a minute and a half tops if you like a little extra crispy at the top. So, we're gonna go ahead, just a little more sauce. Boom, 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 boom. Get all the parts that you didn't get before. This last step is what makes or breaks it. Slather, slather, slather. There we go. Gonna get our trusty thing again. We're gonna rub it. Make sure this one's important because it is set to high. This will char anything that's not covered. And we want this barbecue sauce to be what gets charred into the meat. This is a very crucial step. If you don't get this step right, you might as well throw everything out. I don't even want to talk. Here we go. Broiler is set to high. As you can check on the oven, it is glowing in there. Here we go. 1 minute. Or like I said, a minute and a half. In. In. Close. And when we come back, we're gonna have the most exceptional ribs on the face of the planet. So we have a nice bubble going on, so we're just gonna go ahead and turn off the stove. High broil, you wanna take it out fast. Ooh, look at that crust. Ooh, look at that bubbly crust. There we are. You can smell it. Oh, waft, 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 waft. And now, we shall take a break and we will get a cutting scene for everybody. And welcome. Now, we have the final slab. We're gonna do a cut right down the middle. We're gonna find that beautiful spot and, oh, now, we're not done yet. Oh Lord. The bone test, as Armand always does. Ready, set, and just falls off, as always. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have that. We're gonna take this slab right here, put it on this beautiful plate of potato salad, home rolls, and boom, you got yourself one of the most delicious meals in the US of A. This has been Armand's Kitchen on The Manly View.